Вы уже тут? Только не деритесь. У вас нормально Twitch работает? Ну, раз вы тут, наверное, нормально. Какой еще кристаллик? О чем ты? Я тоже хочу кристаллик. А где мой кристаллик? М? Эх, принц Перса. Принц Перса. Принца Персии, но нет. Выглядит как говно. Прям, ну вообще плохо. Да ёпт. Ой, бучий Twitch.
Something.
Так. Кандерус бесполезный. Максимально. Вообще наплевать, что ему качать. Да ладно, что, обычное дело. У тебя не так, что ли? Настоишь, значит, в туалете член в общественном. А с ним и звук светового меча. Классика же. Так. Да сколько можно? Я уже устал его качать. Ты чё бесоедешь-то? Ёбн рот. Нахуя ему ловкость качал? У него броня, которую нельзя сменить. И у которой штраф по ловкости. Да насрать. Пойдем.
It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone.
Что здесь произошло?
Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. Oh, it's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere.
Ты кто такой? Военные блокпосты? Они что-то ищут?
Could be. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly, if I were you, friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now.
Бесценный? Почему?
If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse.
Понимаю. Пора.
Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
Получена виза. Буба. Какой-то мразотный сегодня день. Будто пьяный. Хоть и не пил. Распродажа. Что ты знаешь об Айзисе? Что знаешь о королеве и генерале Ваклу? Ладно, показывай, что у тебя на продажу. Да. Показывай. Ерунда. Ерунда. Так, во. Иммунитет, оглушение, страх, ужас. 3900. Ё. Перчатки. Изурон. Попадание 25% шанс оглушения. Бонус защиты плюс 2 физ сила. Просто плюс 2. 8700. Не. Такое покупать я не буду. Так, сейчас какое-то говно будет.
Fair winds to you, off-worlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Telosian merchant?
Почему вы спрашиваете?
These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos, but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Ithorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered, but now...
Ваши звери явно растревожены.
They have been kept in their cages for a long time. But yet at times, I feel as if something else is affecting them. Frightening them. Perhaps it is the city itself. Isis has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the streets. I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals you see here. We keep hoping that Ithorians or Telosians get through the Space Force's searches so that we can sell them.
Расскажите о звериных наездниках.
Our people have been here for centuries, though we were not always one with the wilds of Onderon. In ancient times, our people were criminals, prisoners who were cast out of Isis and sentenced to die by the beasts in the wilds. But our ancestors learned how to survive and even tame the mighty beasts. They became our strength and companions. We fought endlessly with Isis for resources and survival. But 2 generations ago, an Isis princess named Gallia and a great beast rider hero, Oron Kira, married. They united our peoples, but now things are unraveling. Even the beasts can smell it in the air.
Каким образом все разваливается?
Many beast riders have fallen to the city ways, and some are now no more than common thugs. Queen Talia and her cousin General Vaklu argue in open councils. The beasts stir from the changes in the wind and cannot be calmed, and we beast riders find it harder to enter the city each day.
Почему трудно попасть в город?
No one is to leave the city without the starport visas. It chokes passage in and out of Isis.
Так, зачем Тилусу нужны ваши звери?
Telos needs new ecosystems if the reclamation efforts on the planet are to succeed. Ethor, Onderon, and Duxon are rich in food chains necessary to create new life on Telos and sustain it.
Although some of your terms are unknown to me, what you say is true. Telos was attacked by Darth Malak in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade.
That'll be another death blow to Telos if no new ecosystems can be brought to the planet. The Ithorians are only part of the equation.
Your friend is correct. Much harm is being done on both sides as long as the blockade is in effect.
Так, звери
They have been kept
растревожены.
in their cages for a long time, but yet at times I feel as if something else is affecting them.
Да-да-да, ты это говорил.
These beasts you see here are for, but we have
Так, это уже повтор. Ладно.
calm. What? Run! The bomber is out of control.
А Боба, out of control. Пришлось усыпить.
I don't know what to say. I had heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling riders, or simply tales that grow in the telling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. Here, I give you these credits for the danger I put you in.
О каких историях вы говорите?
The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instincts, as you've just seen. When they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. There is much to be discussed.
Мне пройти. Найс, 500.
Halt, off-worlder. You'll have to answer some questions before you go into the city. What is your business on Isis?
Убеждение силы, конечно же. Я не думаю, что мои дела ваша забота.
I don't think your business is any concern of mine.
While you're at it, tell him to forget he ever saw us. Could be useful.
Not only is your business not my concern, I can't seem to remember why I'm holding you up.
Вы дадите мне пройти по своим делам и забудете, что вообще меня видели.
You should probably go about your business, whoever you are. Oh, don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while.
Не зря качал.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Onderon. Do you have an open starport visa?
Что вы имеете в виду?
My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on Isis, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed.
Я чувствую, что вы мне что-то не договариваете.
I've told you our story. Please, won't you help us?
И если вы ждете от меня помощи, расскажите правду.
My husband, he was part of the ISIS council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu. To protect the Queen, the conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong, and our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
Я посмотрю, что можно сделать. Так.
You have the look of someone used to adversity, a cut above the rabble around here. I have a business proposition for you. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths. It doesn't matter, really. What does matter is credits. Hard currency. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport.
2000 рублей.
You won't find a better deal.
За карту. Точнее, за визу. Ну да. Что вы будете с ней делать?
Does it matter? Truly matter? No. I have no sad story. I just know people who will pay a great deal for an open starport visa. The credits are your share of my profits. The visas are very rare, but I have a feeling you may come across one.
Мне пора.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Offworlder. How can I assist you?
Почему вокруг так много звериных клеток?
Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Isis.
Что там за башня?
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Isis is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the Beast Riders that lived outside the city.
Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their Beast Riders.
Но мне кажется, эти турели сделаны из фанеры. Там даже в стволах-то дырки нет. Ну да ладно. Что за Дрекслы?
A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the Beast Riders figured out how to tame them years ago.
Но звериные наездники вам больше не враги. Что произошло?
About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people.
Вы все еще союзники?
It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Isis. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who are no better than thugs.
Так, еще
Certainly,
кое-что.
things are quiet right now. I have some time. What do you want to talk about?
Вокруг много солдат.
These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements.
Можете рассказать мне о переполохе?
I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it.
Понятно,
Stay
понятно.
out of trouble.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right?
Да, оттуда.
But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here.
Почему вы можете продать только людям космопортными визами?
General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy.
Мудрая политика. Так вас это радует?
Of course, soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaklu!
Что продаете?
Large variety of weapons. My stock is very good. You might want to buy some before the general decides he needs more blasters. Then weapon merchants like myself have the honor of providing them to him at a substantial discount, even below what it costs us. We do it happily, or else.
Or else what, Keg?
Or else we are very unhappy at not being able to do our part.
Показывай. Так, ну это у меня есть. Это не надо, это у нас что? Урон физический. Энергоблок. Дебаф к криту. Но я критом все равно не бью. Ясно, ничего полезного.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart.
Ой,
Its
трое опять.
Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me?
Кто? Я?
Yes, you. It is up to each and every one of us to turn the tide, to take control of our future.
Республика же делает для вас что-нибудь взамен?
No, they take from us. They are like Minox, sucking energy and resources from so many worlds. They bleed us for their bureaucracy and their excesses.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier, but I'll keep my peace. For now.
Так, ну пойдем с этими разберемся. А то что они стоят тут? Неприкаянные.
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications, recitation, and bring about the termination of hostilities.
Да. Больно так-то?
Take him.
Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master.
Как же он тверкает-то? Так, ладно, дальше поехали. Энда.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
Kawanabota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Dahupa go sakurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune. Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanjiuma.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi. Kati mogo krabu. Drum pabana karas mangra. Klalalava dumba kompaile mokata.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananansata.
Могут быть обширные последствия, если Андерон отделится от республики.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi. Kati mogo krabu. Drum pabana karas mangra. Klalalava dumba kompaile mokata.
Что вы думаете о короле Италии?
Kawanabota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Dahupa go sakurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananansata.
Кому вы больше доверяете?
Kawanabota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Moloda nawinki sa toma no kamarundisi makaranti. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananansata.
Krim sochi nortlelen julk wolfelen silo do chamarbanso.
Dovrei kun miliwosa slima pogwanga sawana nucha.
Ох уж эти кухонные политологи. Ладно, ответим так. Королева — полноправная правительница Андерона. Ее смещение будет предательством.
Kawanabota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanjiuma.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Stay clear of here, off-worlder.
Что за небесная аппарель?
The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point.
Дайте мне, ну-ка, убеждение силы. Дайте пройти, мне нужно добраться до дворца.
I will let you... No. No, you're not permitted past this point.
Да, блин.
I suggest you move along, off-worlder, before you test my patience any further.
Сопротивляется. Ладно, ладно.
Tinachara, Graracha, Ganopiso, Totolando Kandi, Tarando Noshwi Wanahoto, Ragichi Sa, Donasinto Norokipa Shakani, Ragichi Sa, Donasinto Norokipa Shakani, Dakosha, Nichotolo, Punta Chakorso Laman, Gotashjuna Rananashani, Visitisa Cholo, Jumkarataka, Chonobograwe, Takiya Bahasan-chan, Honka Kiri-kun.
О. Очень богатый. Моя сделать.
Let's get this over with.
I'll take care of this.
Ну добить. Я вам за что плачу? Бандит, бандит. Ковяка.
This is Dagon Kent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here.
Где он?
A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them.
Ты думаешь, что Дэгон сделал это?
Like I would know. Isis is a crazy place right now.
Мандалор. Дэгон мог это сделать?
He's certainly capable of it, and probably stupid enough to get caught. But we need him. Suspicion of murder or not.
Какая башня?
The turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to.
Спасибо за
Talk
информацию.
to him. Tell him I got his 20 credits.
Да, опять.
Wisommogo dosi sheba dentesku mostovi gitayamach, piktarishan, bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin, wana magrable mogo.
Откуда ты меня знаешь?
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi lumalispa. Kavadumpa mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawakachuba. Sura dachi morotuko gansa.
Сколько вас еще будет? О, космопортовая виза. Охотника за головами. Кольчуга. Ну, за визу, конечно, спасибо. Совершенная броня кратов. Освещенный боевой костюм кратов.
General, we have found them again.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them now.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have her watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has actively attacked us. They attack our spaceships unprovoked. What next? An invasion? Perhaps they seek to conquer us. Will you stand idly by? Will you let them bomb our city? No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so clearly want, then we must show her with force.
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in. You've gone too far.
Brothers and sisters, let us rise up now and march to the palace. Our will cannot be denied.
Ладно. Не делай этого, Планар. Это не поможет твоему делу. Невиновные погибнут. Сука. Ладно, ты напросился. Ты пойдешь без шума, Планар. Нихуя себе. И еще раз тогда. Велите всем остановиться.
Everyone stop now. I will go quietly.
You continually amaze me. A lot of people would have been hurt. Or worse.
I don't know what you did, but thank you, Offworlder. That was too close for me.
Баудур впечатлен.
Back again, Offworlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. If I were you, I'd leave before too many more beast cages are stacked in the streets.
Так. У вас находится под стражей человек, которого зовут Деган Гент.
We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder.
Кто был убит?
Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Gent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
Как долго Дэгана будут допрашивать?
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him.
Как мне снять с него подозрения?
I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing him. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble.
Я могу повидать его?
No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously.
Ладно.
Stay out of trouble.
Пойдем расследовать. Расследование. Только вот этим поможем.
Captain, you're back. Please tell me you have an open starport visa. My husband was... We have seen... I've told... My husband overturned the conspiracy. Please.
Не понял. Но я ж только что подобрал. Видимо, ее переделать нужно как-то. Я помню, там что-то в контине было.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
Да-да-да, никаких проблем. Горму. Что вам надо? По-видимому, здесь много кому она нужна. Вы пытались объяснить свою ситуацию солдатам? Так, вы знаете, что здесь происходит? У меня есть только своя, она мне нужна. Да. Увлеченно смотрит, я полагаю. Сильно погружены в повествование. Да? Ведь так? М? 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 Жду ответа. Вот же. Так. Открытая виза, да? Хакер? Мгм. Так, ладно. А по убийству? Могу я обсудить с вами убийство капитана Сулио? Да ёпт. Завсегдатый. Киф.
Malampro tarawanti casa samcha parda watasha kontia chama umbrata tiwas.
Чем ты занимаешься? В основном халтурщик. Эх. Брат. А нельзя ли еще тумане выражаться? Я хочу поговорить с тобой об убийстве капитана Сулио. Так, у солдат есть привычка так делать.
Kavadumba kuswaka tayamukata.
Ты знаешь Даганаген Гента?
Kavadumba munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanjiuma.
Ты не знаешь, с какой целью Дагангент мог убить Сулио?
Takumeta Playa Justing, Miki Gongo Beast. Kun Grabila King Mulara Kichi Kutaka Kisha. Kawana Bota Yuntatanga Kinamatura. Tayaita Tabosananansata. Kavadumpa Munsuru Kuplaliyawa. Bo Bagaragawanda Yaitua Ulwanjiuma. Chone Mulera. Tonkinge Bano Jansaka Nikaraska. Tanjanik de Mawimbo Kranta Mibilan.
Так, откуда ты знаешь Дегана?
Кавадумба Мунсуру Куплалия.
А, понятно. Так. Официантка.
What do you want?
Вы что-нибудь знаете об убийстве капитана Сулливу?
Not really. I just started here. I have to get back to work.
Да, ёпт. Бандито, бандито. Фонар.
This room is reserved, off-worlder.
Ты гонщик, не так ли?
I suggest you leave the room, off-worlder. I've got all the fans I need right here. So go space yourself. This room is reserved.
Я хотел бы обсудить убийство капитана Сулливу.
If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance.
Ты знаешь Деган-агента?
I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Beckel's turf.
Кто такой Бакель?
She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
Окей. Сакари.
There's got to be something you need, something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that you won't be able to find elsewhere. I even have a rare lightsaber crystal, something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa.
Кристалл светового меча. Что он делает?
Many Jedi have fought on this world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the Beast Wars. A reliable source says it's a rare Quixoni crystal. Incredibly rare and valuable. I see that's grabbed your interest, eh? There's only one way you're going to get it. One open starport visa. No visa, no crystal.
Вообще-то я хотел поговорить с вами об убийстве капитана Сулливу.
I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on.
О чем вас опрашивали?
Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say.
Лады. Так, ну пернатый ешь. Ешь быстрей. Быстрей ешь.
I thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars with you. You're a Jedi, right?
Вы мне тоже кажетесь знакомым.
I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. We didn't win that battle.
Ладно, я помню Дагари Майнор.
Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic?
Уже не напрямую, но я пытаюсь подсобить, когда удается.
That's the first good news I've had in months. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. It's worse than we feared. I have to get to Coruscant to deliver my report. But days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas.
Да ёпт. Чем вы здесь занимались?
I really can't say. The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Isis are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time.
Вообще-то хотелось обсудить с вами убийство капитана Сулива.
What do you want to know about that night?
Моего знакомого Дагина агента держит под стражей власти. Я пытаюсь его освободить.
Dagon Gent didn't do it
Почему вы в этом уверены?
because he was with me at the time.
Почему вы не расскажете об этом властям?
It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. So if I stood up for him, he'd be trading one death sentence for another. I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder.
Не стану полагать, что вас видел кто-то еще.
We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
Так. Пока ничего. Ровным счетом.
Are you interested in a friendly game of Pizak? The deck is warm, the drink is plentiful, and the company amiable. Can I tempt you?
Могу я обсудить с вами убийство капитана Сулива?
Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about?
Кто-то говорил, что Сулю глубоко унизила Дэгана в ту ночь, когда ее убили. Это очень хороший мотив.
She did? Oh no, by the four moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good friends. It's just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on. They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly banter. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks afterwards. It may look strange on the outside, but it was just their habit. Their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive, they just didn't do enough digging.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon. But the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very obstinate. Maybe some of these people will know more about what happened that night.
Что произошло в ночь убийства?
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pizak game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Salio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Sulio was our friend.
Где вы нашли тело?
Just outside the door by the junk heap.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlooked something.
Расскажите мне, насколько вы знакомы с Дэганом.
Know him? He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion.
Понятно. Ну, Боба. Ешь или не ешь? Хрен с тобой. Кимтик. О, гоночки, да? Могу я обсудить с вами убийство капитана Сулио? Угу. Так, ну тогда поучаствуем в гонках. Хочу участвовать. 100 кредитов. Да, блин. Поехали. $55. Что я скипну? 55? Здесь я не помню вообще ни хрена. Да. Победили со временем 51. Окей. Угу. Матч-реванш. Сейчас сделаем. Но, возможно, не с первого раза. Пыры-пыры-пырым. Так. По деньгах, которые я вам заработала, пошлины я платить не буду. И я хочу долю с прибыли. $51. Да, в смысле? Ай, зря. Ай, блядь. Все. Я для отмены. Да ёпт. Да ёпт. Ну это похоронное. Yep. А бомба. Успеваю. Найс. А, третий еще. Да. Сорок 47-11. Ну окей. Да, блин. Я въебусь. Да. Там не надо было прыгать. Микросекунды хватило. А где не надо прыгать? Я уже забыл. Кто-нибудь помнит? Блять. Старт говничий был. Просрал пару секунд, кажется. Да пофиг, будет так нормально. Ну, видимо, трахаются они лицом. Не иначе. 2,5. Неплохо. Так, сколько время? 43. Ну ладно, я на 42 уже проезжал. Ай-яй-яй, ай-яй-яй. Вот и все. 5К. Угу. Вы, кажется, в хорошем настроении. Угу. Понятно, наживается.
Buongiorno, sopa maranga dori savota. Govana me. Sucha tola bache kamatuch. Furtek choka.
А поить меня хочет, да? Я буба. Ну, возьмем. Я возьму выпивку. Я буба.
Дорчани собавата. Раниче букаса? Джункичи юма боя ла муча?
Ради веселья.
Кавадумпе масураку попаи ботеня тачиморота камса. Javascobo sabjo. Rigiso карвеноксо. Мочитоза сагриндео.
Что? Социальный активизм через свубгонки? Дуто звучит. Как так?
Кавадумпе масураку попаи ботеня тачиморота камса. Javascobo sabjo. Rigiso карвеноксо. Мочитоза сагриндео.
Борьба?
Кавадумпе масураку попаи ботеня тачиморота камса. Javascobo sabjo. Rigiso карвеноксо. Мочитоза сагриндео.
Освобождение? Я не знал, что Андерон завоеванная планета.
Sunaranga machotane dotalutu. Padu krem so chichi no chiwindido. Dron titi yoba. Morata gomana. Kova chokchi. Moskali. Miki mokma moka.
Воевала вся галактика. Вы думаете, что вашу планету пощадили бы?
No kuma randisa machiksa. Kucha bak ton kinka mata kata. Chopa wanga kun not yutka kes.
Если бы республику завоевали ситхи, какая надежда была бы у такой планеты, как ваша?
Kavadumpe masuraku papayi botenya tachimorosa kamsa. Javascobo sabjo. Rigiso karvenokso. Mochitosa sagrindeyo.
Так, окей. Бихма. Первоклассный бармен. Вы знаете, где я могу взять лишнюю космопортную визу? У вас тут находится парочка резких персонажей. Угу. Могу я обсудить с вами убийство капитана Сулио? Мой знакомый Дагангент находится на допросе у военных по данному поводу. Хотелось бы его освободить. В плане, в чем суть расы? Что за странный вопрос? Это, кажется, биты. Их так называют. Вы знали Даганагента? И все, что он скажет? Девахи с щупальцами норм переводит? А? Откуда такая инфа? Полагаю, теперь ты хочешь мой автопринт? Так, ладно, ну пойдем на улицу тогда. Сломанный дроид. Это останки дроида-прислуги, который все еще держит в руках поднос. Большую его часть обобрали, а голова отсутствует.
Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
Пере-пере-перем, бум-бум. Мастерство света, плюс 3 мудрость. У меня уже 30-ка мудрости. Ух. Мудрейший из мудрейших. Я надеюсь, они не сегодня этим занимались. Потому что у меня ни хера ни один... Ладно. Большинство стримов у меня не открывалось сегодня вообще. Вечером. Твич рухнул. Но я такой новости еще не слышал. Пырым-пырым-пырым. Пум-пум. Так, ну я что-то даже не знаю. Телосложение вкинуться, чтобы открыть эти. Импланты. Да, ну да. Ну, будем ждать, смотреть, что они там сделают. Так, кажется, всего 5 уровней осталось на всю игру. А я не уверен, что даже половину прошел. Ну, забавно. Так, надо выяснить, что... Вы мало чего нашли на месте преступления, кроме засохшей крови и останков дроида, который наверняка работал в контине. Возможно, кто-нибудь вам может дать больше информации, да. Идем к нему, а потом к Биту. Ладно, ничего не скажет. Я нашла сломанного дроида прислугу на месте убийства. Что вы имеете в виду? Почему вы это не упомянули раньше? Ника должен знать больше.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for Bazak. Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about?
Я нашла сломанного дроида прислугу на месте убийства.
That would be Behemoth's SOD-2. No, SOD-3. Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering.
Что с ним произошло?
Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3.
Вы помните, кто разбирал дроида?
No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead. Welcome back. That nope. That would
Так, ну ладно, пойдем на улицу тогда.
Heard of any good finds?
Никто из них, по идее, не скажет
I
ничего,
bet
да?
the scavengers on the destroyed planets are rich.
Так вот он.
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components, no refunds, and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Ты можешь отвечать на вопросы?
Certainly. 1B8D is programmed to answer many basic questions from prospective buyers. What do you want to know?
На кого ты работаешь?
That information is restricted. Do you have any interest in my goods?
То есть на продажу. Так, личкей.
I am one.
Дай-ка посмотреть, удастся ли тебя переработать, чтобы ты был подручней.
Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Так, на кого ты работаешь?
1B8D was built and programmed by Tolos the Trader. 1B8D was built to buy droid components for below base cost value and sell components based on most favorable market conditions. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Отдай мне компоненты бесплатно.
That goes against my primary behavior programming. All items must be sold based on the most favorable market conditions. 1B8D cannot haggle. This is also a part of my primary behavior matrix.
Запроси доступ к рыночным данным. Измени все, умножив на 0.
Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Давай глянем. Ну ладно. Так, что от меня хотят? Мешок. Какой-то труп. Ладно, пройдемся тогда еще раз по свидетелям.
Tu nice mangia yuma lorda wata. Da wancha
Я нашла разбитого дроида.
da upa bosa kurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune. Hunta chiwita inka ki kraya na chawanga kone.
Возможно ли, что дроид что-то видел? Нечто, что мы могли бы восстановить.
Da wancha morichiwa mufalawa ni bobo wishyo kuna sita dorchu ni sobawata.
Нет, ее не нашлось.
Ichawa te crossi wishyo toda si. E krimba choku indindo.
Так, окей.
Good to see you again. Any luck with the V?
Нет.
What do you want to know about that night? Dagon Gent didn't.
I don't.
Да ёпть.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm. That would... Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers... When Dagon... No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead.
Так, а где там модом? Может, она что-то видела?
Do you have a visa yet? I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention. Let's...
KotOR. Posso non ci rinta masukin. Insukre masukun batungala. Me rontono junsara. KotOR.
Официантка.
I'll just guess.
This room is reserved. Huh. If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us, beast rider.
Я нашла сломанного дроида-прислугу.
Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. Waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were.
Не знаешь, кто из сборщиков добрался до его дроида?
I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though.
Ты знаешь это? Где?
That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There's a droid vendor called 1B8D. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else. 1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have even bought some.
Вот, теперь-то понятно. Что делать? Прым-прым-прым-прым-бум.
Greetings, Master. Do you...
Так, мне надо узнать, есть ли у тебя запчасти от одного из дроидов прислуги Бихмы. Бахима. Не Бихмы. Показывай. Вот.
Kif in the cantina can probably do something with this. We should head back.
Да, идем. Так, друг моего друга сказал мне, что ты тот парень, с которым мне стоит поговорить о доработке космических виз.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananansata.
Вот 500 кредитов.
Rahupa bosakurata go jujutu yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune. Ento meshmi paju watamincha yokolondo ado nukulabira wa tines un soto.
Так, теперь вот это. Не бобо. У меня есть обломки S0D3. Ты можешь добыть из них информацию?
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosanana.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosanana ansata.
Угу. Да, дайте пройти. Срань, господь. Придется бегать.
Welcome back. Fab.
Так, я хочу показать вам последнюю передачу S0D3.
If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Идем.
Nico, is it? And the Offworlder. What brings the two of you here?
Дегенгент не мог убить капитана Сулева.
That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
Ника сможет объяснить.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive.
Не было у них особой перебранки. Завсегдатаи контины могут подтвердить.
Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other.
Вы с кем-нибудь из бара говорили? Другие могут подтвердить, что они были хорошими друзьями.
Why, you little... Friends would not carry on in such a manner.
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima, the bartender, can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were not pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. But there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime.
Как и другие люди. Какие-то сталкеры пару минут разбирали там дроида-прислугу.
So what? What matters is who was there first. An eyewitness said he came from his office almost immediately. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not have an alibi.
Он пришел из своего офиса, на запись убийства показывает, что выстрел был противоположной стороны.
You have a recording? Well, I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Gant. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on your head.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gant out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat.
Сам майор, кажется, не хотел поверить, что Дэгон невиновен.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect. They haven't been as diligent as other investigators.
Что вы имеете в виду?
I'm not gonna say anymore. Probably said too much already. If you head over to Dagon Gant's office, some men will bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really need to patrol that sector better.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own all the same.
Лекс Лютер.
Mandalore one.
Так. Мандалор сказал, что ты можешь быть в силах помочь мне. Мне нужно выйти на связь кое с кем из дворца.
How many people can help you out with that? There've been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hud's fault. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with?
Кто пытается убить королеву?
Nobody knows for sure, but everybody thinks that General Vaklu has to have something to do with it. They're keeping the attempts quiet, but that place is locked down tight.
Я пытаюсь выйти на связь с магистром Джедаем, засевшим во дворце.
The Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a master there, I think I know who it is.
Кто это, по-твоему?
I'm not certain, otherwise I'd tell you. But the man I'm thinking about is smart, likes to stay in the shadows, and is cryptic as hell. If he isn't a Jedi Master, he should become one.
Ты можешь выйти на связь с кем-нибудь в дворце?
There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodiscs that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those discs because they have some contact information on them. The people I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure. And that holodisc has the procedure.
Кого они?
Bikel's gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. If you take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisc. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
Так, ну пойдем пиздиться в баре. Так, только надо сначала отдать скрытую визу. Нет, это не бунтует.
Captain, you're...
Я нашла вам визу.
Thank the Four Moons for your kindness, Off-Worlder. I only wish I had some way to thank you. But my children and I will never forget your kindness. Hurry, children. We get to go on a spaceship, thanks to the captain.
Yay.
We get to go into space.
Yeah?
Какая это будет? Это по-прежнему не хочет говорить. Так. Делаем вот так. И...
Good to see you again.
Вы можете взять мою визу.
Thank you. But this is a personal starport visa. It is keyed to you and you alone. I appreciate your gesture, but I need an open starport visa. Those helping me if
А он мою не может переделать? Нет, только... Кто мог переделать?
What do you want here, off-worlder? The room is taken. The whole cantina is taken. You should leave.
У тебя есть кое-что, принадлежащее Даганугенту. Я хочу получить это обратно.
You? And just how do you intend to do that?
Я надеялась, что смогу купить голодиски, которую ты забрала из его офиса.
It isn't for sale. I warned you, off-worlder. Kill her.
Зачем? Зачем? Открытая виза, да. И это хорошо. Пойдем теперь ее отдадим. Где он там?
Good to see you.
Так, мне удалось добыть.
Really? I've been looking for one for weeks. Thanks.
Вот она.
You've done a tremendous service for the Republic. Now I have to catch the first shuttle out of here. May the Force be with you.
I wonder what his mission was. I think he may have helped the Republic considerably.
Ого. Качаем отношения с Бладурчиком. Решают. Так, сейчас у нас резня, по идее, начнется, да? Бунт?
Have you found the encrypted holodisks yet? I won't be able to get a hold of my contacts from the palace without it.
Да, вот они.
Great going there. With these, I'll check my contacts at the palace. I should be able to get a meeting with your Jedi Master shortly. You got anything you need to take care of in the quarter, you best do it now. You're dealing with serious politics by contacting him. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in Isis anymore. Perhaps never. Just let me know if you want to go through with this.
Связывайся.
Yeah, I'll get on it. Just grab a cot and rest a bit. Once I get a meeting time, I'll let you know.
Is this meeting a trap? I can't afford to lose you, especially given recent events.
Anything could be a trap. Vaklu is no fool. But if the message is true...
Is this necessary? I can guarantee your safety in the palace, but outside these walls the General has many men that would do anything for him.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty. But I feel something. There is a disruption in the Force. I must investigate this.
Very well. But please, be cautious.
Aren't I always?
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Well, the meeting is on. Head straight to the cantina. You guys should be in there. And, no offense, but I hope I never see you again.
Козел неблагодарный.
You must have gone through a lot to arrange this meeting. The palace is at full battle readiness. Smuggling in a message is no small task.
Так, магистр KotOR. Я не знал, что вы еще живы.
KotOR, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the Mandalorian Wars. I wonder how we'd have fared against you. I thought you were killed fighting Malik during the Jedi Civil War.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. Strange times lead to strange alliances, though. No, I survived the war, if only just. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore, even an old friend.
Я тоже не ожидал, что вы пойдете против меня, KotOR.
You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty. We just learned that Darth Revan was back with an armada. Every Jedi that went with him was lost, corrupted, and as dark as their master. And then there was you. Many thought you were a spy, but there's more to it than that. And I think you deserve an
Am I interrupting? In orbit, I thought for sure that the Ebon Hawk was mine. I was certain, only to see you slip through my fingers during the battle. Imagine my delight to discover you were on Isis. Quite careless, if you ask me. Get them, men, and watch your aim. Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
I must return to the palace. I'll get word to you when I'm able. Run!
What have you done to my men? Blast! Men, take care of her. I won't let KotOR escape.
It's gonna be tough to avoid hitting innocents in this crowded cantina.
Пожалуйста, будь осторожен. Я не хочу, чтобы от наших действий погибли невинные. Да. А уешим. Так, и чего? И чего? Да. Свяжется с нами позже, да? Так, вы встретились с встретили магистра KotOR на Андероне, но он бежал от войск в Ваклу до того, как вы успели поговорить с ним. Похоже, что вам придется отложить разговор, пока не удастся проникнуть в Королевский дворец на Андероне, чтобы снова его увидеть. Побег. Ваша встреча с магистром KotOR в кантине прервана полковником Тобином и его пехотой. KotOR сбежал и направляется обратно в дворец. Он сказал, что свяжется с вами позже. Полковник Тобин последовал за ним. Лояльных Ваклу солдат послали сражаться с вами. Ну, валим, видимо, отсюда. Резня. Мы фармим экспу. По 270 до каждого, да? Пойдет. Так, Боба. Спать пора. Пупа. Пупа. Пипа.
What's happening in the West Square? It sounded like battle. Command's ordered comm blackout. Do you know what's going on?
Солдаты Ваклу напали на меня.
What? Why? That makes no sense. Command hasn't issued any alerts. Are you sure it wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? They've been getting bolder recently.
День в разгаре. На них была униформа.
You must be mistaken. Soldiers just don't attack civilians without orders. If it weren't for the comm blackout, I'd check with command. Just head to the safety of the Merchant Square, citizen. We'll send a patrol to investigate as soon as we can contact our HQ.
Not all the military is after us. Still, Vaklu can throw a whole army at us. I think we've outworn our welcome over here. We should head over to the spaceport before General Vaklu invents some charges against us. Then we'd be in real trouble.
Да.
You know what to do.
Сука.
The diagnostic is doing something strange. Target acquired. What the hell does that mean?
Ну... Завязывайте.
Let's get this over with.
Вперед, в атаку. Ауешь.
Who wants to die first? Time to die.
Let me handle this.
Your visa's been scanned. You're
Let's
cleared
get
to
this
leave.
over with.
I'd leave right away.
The shuttle is just ahead. I think we should get out of here fast. It's gonna be some time before they forget about us here. No more trips to ISIS for us until the situation changes. A lot.
Угу. Да снова вы.
Irritated declaration. Annoying rest.
Да. Налаживаем связи.
Who wants to die first?
Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master.
Возвращаемся. О, звук вернули. Боба Фетт. Даже самому не надо озвучивать.
We're back. The shuttle is going to stay docked here until further notice. I'm not ready to part company yet. It sounds like you have a lot of traveling to do. So do I. I'm going with you. The Sith have taken a particular interest in you, and you could use an extra blaster. I've been meaning to leave Duxon to look for other Mandalorian clans anyway.
Разве клана Орда тебе недостаточно?
Mandalore leads all of the Mandalorian people, not just a single clan. In order to revive our people, the clans must be reassembled under me.
Не знаешь, с чего нам стоит начать?
They could be anywhere. You seem a magnet for trouble. Mandalorians are too. I have a feeling that if we travel together, it would work to our mutual advantage. But that's enough for now. We'll have time to talk later.
The Ebon Hawk is patched up and ready to go. When you're ready to depart, we can ask the guide here to take us back to the ship.
Так, а с кем поговорить?
I don't think he will be able to return to Isis anytime soon. General Vaklu has a great deal. Even a Jedi couldn't defeat an entire army alone.
Не с ним. Понял.
Our numbers swell. Our training hones us. I hear you handled Isis adequately. Mandalore has left me in charge until he has finished his journey to reunite the clans. If there is any change planet-side, I'll send you a message. Our numbers swell. Our training hones.
Так. И Мандалор не разрешал сюда заходить. Пока не было этого. Пати. Тут какой-то дневник, насколько я помню. Должен быть. Нет? Нет? В смысле нет? Ну, блин.
Ready to head back.
Да, пошел.
Command, you will talk. Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me. Do your worst. Agonized exclamation. My photoreceptors! My photoreceptors! Statement. I shall up the charge of your circuits next time. Now, answer the question. Posturing statement. I will never talk. Statement. Then I will have to settle for your screams.
That is one sick droid.
Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Allow me to share it with you. Statement. The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos. I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
Да. Ты этим и займешься.
Do you need a hand?
No, I don't. Go back to your training. I'll call you if I need someone useless.
Is there some problem? I was only offering to help.
Problem? No, no problem. Just wondering how long you're planning to stick around.
For as long as she needs me, of course.
How heroic of you. Well, she doesn't need you. In fact, we were doing just fine until you showed up.
Actually, there are times when it seems you could use some...
Always with the details, aren't you? You can't fool me. You have some agenda. Spying on her. Always keeping your eye on her.
No, I don't. I simply admire her. She has many qualities worthy of respect, and a strength that matches her beauty. Surely you've noticed.
Yeah, and I noticed first. Get it? So cut it out.
О, дерутся за мою клубничку.
Another thing, stop being all noble around her in your big hero way. She sees right through your little act. She likes honest guys, not guys who run around being unselfish and heroic all the time.
I thought she was the hero. There was a pattern to Revan's attacks during the Jedi Civil War. He sought to convert Jedi, not kill them. But that is not all. In fact, he fought to keep the infrastructure intact. Killed certain political leaders that would lead to destabilization. First Patriarch Lelin Dur of Sirocco, the Corellian diplomat Mimis Yoon, and Yusunus of Achani.
Малака явно не слишком интересовало удержание целостности республики.
No, you're correct. The pattern ends with Malak. At that point, worlds die indiscriminately, or seem to. Taris, Dantooine, all become targets during this time.
В чем, по-твоему, состоял план Ревана?
I think he was trying to unify the galaxy against some other threat.
Против чего?
I do not know, and that concerns me.
Это так стоит, пялится в коридоре. Так, ладно. Отлично. Вот и закончили с Андероном на пока что. И осталось у нас только две планеты. Наршада и Кариба. Так, я с Принатом разберусь и, наверное, пробежимся, поговорим со всеми. Не бойся, иди сюда.
You know, I noticed a glow before, but now it's bright around you. You've come a long way since Paragus, and despite all we've been through, you seem a lot better for it.
Это трудно объяснить, но даже на волне происходящего я чувствую смирение.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
У меня были вопросы. Можешь научить играть в азарт?
That's where we waste a lot of time trading. It's like stalemate.
Ну ладно. Посмотрим, может быть, диалог дальше будет. И все.
Something up? All right.
Нет, ничего. Ну ладно. Так, с новичком. Не притворяйся, козел. Ты знаешь. Что это за корабль? Трудно объяснить на самом деле. Одно случилось за другим, и он оказался при нас.
So it's like that. I guess it would be better if less questions were asked about it then. Now, was there something else you needed?
Что скажешь насчет республики?
The Republic is a stagnant beast that had been killing its people for years before the wars began. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already be dead.
Ты, кажется, жутко нахваливаешь Ревана, учитывая, что он почти уничтожил твой народ.
Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition until Revan assumed command of the Republic forces. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought, while the others cowered in their halls, afraid to meet us head-on.
И страх удерживал джедаев от сражения.
I'm sure there were good reasons. I'm not accusing you of being a coward. You commanded the Republic fleet that destroyed ours. You were a worthy opponent. Now, was there something else you needed?
Ты можешь рассказать мне о мандалорцах?
The Republic thinks my people are dead, scattered. They are wrong. You should have destroyed us when you had the chance. As long as one Mandalorian lives, we will survive. Our honor, fortunes, and lives revolve around battle. From our earliest history, this has been our way. as it will be always.
Ты можешь рассказать мне об истории Мандалорцев?
Our history and our ways are something we shield from outsiders. Only on the battlefield can you truly learn of someone.
В жизни много вещей, кроме войны и битв.
There are, but those are luxuries. Luxuries that were paid for by the blood of our warriors, alive and dead. The Mandalorian clans will be united. Then we will take back our place in the galaxy. But we live in times of action, and I've said enough for now. We can speak of this again later. Now, is there something else you needed?
Неважно. Так, Крея.
Yes. Have you come with questions? Then ask, and I misspoke before. Ask. That most interesting. Your crystal does not perfect. Is there something else?
Да. Надо влияние с ней поднимать. Но она не поддается.
I have studied the holorecord of your trial. I am unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the Order.
Почему?
Did you know that exile is a rare sentence? It is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
И зачем мне подобное выбирать?
I do not know. That is a question best answered by yourself. But it is you who made the choice to turn away, not them.
И я так по-прежнему не считаю.
I'm not certain I do either, but it is something worth considering.
Ты уверен, что я тебя не знаю? Ты мне кажешься знакомым еще больше, чем раньше.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us the ways of the Force, how to hear it sing within others, within the life around Dantooine. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it. And I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path, and in any event, there was no one to train me even if I wished it. They all went to war as I grew past the age of acceptance.
Ты отвернулся от джедаев и от силы из-за меня?
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
У меня не было намерения уйти, но мне пришлось.
Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
И я могла бы снова научить тебя чувствовать силу.
It is not time, if there ever is a time.
Если ты был когда-то джедаем, чем же ты занимался для Республики?
I am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of several tasked with attempting to contact any remaining Jedi and convince them to return to the Republic.
Чем повезло?
I do not think it is a matter of luck or chance, only my own inability to find them. While the Enclave trained me for many things, I'm afraid that the life of a bounty hunter was not among them. I suspect my turning away from the Force is also a hindrance in such cases. I imagine the Jedi would be easier to find if I still maintained my connections to the Force.
Я нашла одного из заблудших джедаев.
You have? Where have they gone? And why?
Кажется, их раскидало... Кажется, их за прошедшие годы раскидало по разным планетам. Как если бы они ушли в изгнание.
Like you? Curious. It is unlike the Jedi to vanish when the Republic is in need of them. And the Republic is more in need of them now than ever.
Я считаю, по следу джедаев шли ситхи-убийцы, убивая их одного за другим.
Perhaps the Sith have learned from Malak's defeat and have chosen a different tactic. It is like them to strike from the shadows. This has Revan's mark and things. Though gone from the galaxy, perhaps something of Revan's teachings remain.
Ушел из галактики?
Yes. I do not know if you heard of the civil war on Korriban, but it was caused by Revan's absence. From what I have been able to determine, a year after the battle with the Republic fleet that almost wiped the Republic out, Revan simply left. When Revan did not return, the factions among the Sith turned on each other, as all those that follow the Sith do in time.
Зачем Ревану было уходить на грани поражения Республики?
That is a question I have found no answer to. But it must have been important for Revan to leave as he did. He did nothing lightly, and his plans often could not have been felt for months or even years after he did them. That is hardly surprising. What do you...
Расскажи мне о своем обучении на Дантуине.
Many Jedi went to go fight in the Mandalorian Wars, and few returned. To their disciples left behind on Dantooine, on Coruscant, there were few masters to train them. I was one such student. Perhaps not as strong in the Force as the others, but it really did not matter. The teachers left behind were few. Only a few students were accepted as the Mandalorian Wars raged on, and when I came of age, there were no masters left to train me. So I was forced to leave the Order, to seek my path elsewhere. It was for the best, I think. I had begun to have doubts, and I think the masters were aware of them.
Мне правда все равно. Сожалею, что мой уход разрушил твои шансы стать рыцарем-джедаем.
Your apologies are not needed or warranted. I chose not to follow the Jedi, and the choice was my own. That is hardly...
Другие вопросы? Так, Баудур.
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something?
Что такое?
Why did you decide to fight?
Мандалорцев нужно было остановить.
I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
Так ты хотел мстить?
Revenge, and to crush the Mandalorians, to send them back to wherever it was they came from. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them, to give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt?
Джедаев обучают сопротивляться столь сильным эмоциям.
I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle took control of me, drove me forward. It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for?
Query, is there someone that you need?
Опа. Ички, ты знаешь, что такое любовь?
Answer. Many organic meatbags find that question difficult to answer, Master. But I believe I can provide you with a satisfactory definition. Definition. Love is making a shot to the knees of a target 120 kilometers away using an Aerotech sniper rifle with a tri-light scope.
Блин. Темную сторону дадут, да? Это лучшее определение любви, которое мне доводилось слышать. Я не думаю, что соглашусь с таким, как и кто-то еще.
Statement. This definition, I am told, is subject to interpretation. Obviously, love is a matter of odds. Not many meatbags could make such a shot. And strangely enough, not many meatbags would derive love from it. Yet for me, love is knowing your target, putting them in your targeting reticle, and together achieving a singular purpose against statistically long odds.
Ладно.
Statement. More questions.
Так. Кто был предыдущим хозяином?
Answer. This. Answer. Tweet. State.
Ладно, ничего нового, в сути. Так, починили. Ну, это вопрос. Черный ястреб. Ну да, это уже говорил.
T3.
Да, это мы уже видели. Ну и с Визас надо поговорить.
My life for yours. I will end.
Не, у нее тоже ничего. Так, я вот не помню, будет ли сейчас этап на планете, или мы просто улетим. Просто улетим, да? Да, в альтап улетим, нахуй. Да понял.
Well, here we are, the smuggler's moon. It's the
Так,
gateway
ладно.
mob of
Скип.
swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go.
Too many Mandalorians were scattered after the war, without purpose and without direction. Most became little more than raiders.
Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot.
Насколько сложно здесь будет найти джедая?
It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
Звучит так, будто ты здесь уже бывал.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice.
Что за... ну, он уже сказал. Что за Налхата?
It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
It might take longer than that for some of us.
You spend all day thinking up that joke? Maybe you and Beodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Ладно, сажаем.
I've plotted a course for the refugee sector and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While she walks upon the smuggler's moon, she is not to be harmed. Observe her, track her, but do not eclipse her movements, or I shall eclipse yours. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Dawachosimu poendo rakawa ichi rendumo moparama kawana abawasi. You kroren man mapusiti nolara.
Honto no saka, jita bedwana maticha, kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha.
Taranamo sibu endasarans, krema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Bo mababe wanto susintu mukarata. Tu es frektonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me borokra.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimorota kamsa. Javascobo subjo, Regisa Carvenoxo, Mochito Sasa Grindeo, Kichu no Kada Mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha. Tahupo boteño go jucho picha, Gwem taba ni sochu, Norotoga proto lalashishi, Jubadosa jibacha, Ratak mansan, Tokosha na chitolo.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Голи рассудишь.
Да, брехня это все про джедаев. Им бы лишь бы резать и рубить.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Never have I been to a place so alive with the Force, yet so dead to it. The contrast is like a blade.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours.
У нас все будет нормально с этой посадочной площадкой.
Sure. Most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think.
Тогда давайте выдвигаться.
All right then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you. Whatever we do, I say we get the Hawk's ID signature changed while we're here. Might keep us from being a target when we enter a new system.
It is not your choice, Atten. It is hers. What is it you wish to do?
Если The Sky L здесь, я хочу найти его.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult, but this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible.
Давайте посмотрим, куда наш путь приведет нас.
All right, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad!
Убеждение силы. Думаю, он тут хорошо постоит.
It'll be fine where it is. Yeah, I guess you're right. And by right, I mean you're wrong. Telling me it'll be fine where it is. What, you think I'm stupid? I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed flat, you better move it. Got it?
Какой другой корабль?
That's none of your business. All you need to know is that they're gonna be firing up their quad lasers if they find your ship squatting there when they arrive.
Я могу заплатить за место и твое время.
Yeah, right now all I'm hearing is talk. How much you offering?
Полагаю, что 50 кредитов должно хватить.
Done. Pleasure doing business with you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you can work it out when they arrive.
Так, бабульку и визус возьмем в этот раз. Так, и все. Все на сегодня со Звездными войнами. Хорош. Продолжим. Продолжим, когда продолжим. Да, вот так вот. И пойдем, наверное, в РТР. Да.